Hey, what's up, guys? This is Juan with the Trailer Parts Outlet. So, why do you hustle? It's the question. Why do you hustle? Very simple question, so stay tuned.
No bullshit, sugar coat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. For sin, no edits, cause just go to. For sin, and we'll get you done right. For sin, and we'll get you going right. For sin, keep it going day and night. If this ain't just a podcast, we get it right and keep it tight.
Trailer dealers, are you ready to go big with your dealership? Then make your way to the 2022 NATDA Trailer Show at Music City Center in Nashville, Tennessee. From August 31st to September 2nd, 2022, the Trailer Show brings together trailer dealers, manufacturers, part suppliers, and service providers all under one roof. Learn valuable skills, shop for innovative industry-related products, and make valuable connections that can help you grow your business. This year's NATDA Trailer Show is shaping up to be the biggest and best, with more educational offerings and the largest exhibit hall in event history. All in the heart of Music City, just steps from exciting attractions like Country Music Hall of Fame and the Honky Tonk Highway. Don't wait, be a part of the biggest event in the trailer industry. Visit natda.org to register today. That's natda.org. See y'all in Nashville.
All right, so why do you hustle? I saw this post on social media, so I asked the simple question to the team on a Slack message one day, and it was, why do you hustle? Why do you hustle? Do you know why do you hustle?
This is sounding like a dinosaur.
I know. Why do you push yourself every morning regardless of how you feel? Whether you're in a happy mood, good mood, bad mood, pissed off at the world, stubbed your toe on a fucking bed that morning, stepped in dog shit, forgot to put away the milk or some shit. Burn off your beer like Heifer did on 4th of July weekend. Going into a 14-hour shift or a 16-hour shift, but you still manage every day to put your fucking pants on and your shoes on and take your ass to work and get the job done. Why do you hustle? We all have the bad days. There's no such thing as a perfect world. So why is it that we do that? Like I said, I asked this question to my coworkers in Slack, and some of the responses that I got were provider for the family or loved ones, milestones for both personal and professional, results from hard work, and then impact, changing those around you in a positive way. Those is pretty much sums up everybody in those 4 points. And those are all great answers, and mine don't differ from those. I would encourage you to write your own of why do you hustle and put it somewhere where you can read it, whether it's daily, weekly, but somewhere where you can see it to remind you of why do you do it. And it can be sometimes it can be a picture, but why do we hustle? Why do you hustle? It's the drive of wanting to feel accomplished. That of being, it almost goes back to just setting your goals, really, of where do you see yourself in 5 years, or where do you see yourself in 10, whether it's in the same job, different job, is it in the same career line that you're in now, or is it a different career path? But if you haven't asked yourself that, do that, and then just do me a favor. I want to come back to this episode later on in the season before the end, and put in the comments, why do you hustle? You ain't got to put your name, you ain't got to put none of that info there if you don't want to, but just write why do you hustle in the comments, and I'm curious to see what everybody's answers are. But hustle, what is the definition? Busy movement and activity is a noun, and force someone to move. Hold on, let me phone a friend. What's that word?
Persuasion.
No.
Forceful action or persuasion.
Where are you at? No, top one.
Unceremoniously. In a specific direction.
Yeah, unceremoniously in a specific direction. I had to phone a friend. But, no. So, again, that's the definition of hustle. So why do you do it? Is it to improve yourself mentally, physically? And you can hustle both for your job, for your personal growth, for your family, for all three, for everything in between. But is it for, if it's personal reasons, are you hustling for your health? You know, you got those who love going to the gym, busting their ass off 2 hours before work, 2 hours after work. I'm sorry, you got great dedication, but I'm not. I will say, I am working 4 miles every day in the mornings with one of my coworkers. So it's motivation. So it's hustling. I mean, do you hustle for your kids to get them to that next spot where, and a lot of people say, no, I always want my kids to have whatever I didn't have, which is great. But that's great. But that also goes into a whole different rabbit hole about spoiling your kids and being ungrateful with some of the shit that's going on nowadays in this world. But like some of the people said, provider for the family and loved ones, milestones for both personal and professional. Is it milestones? Let's just say you wanted to be, take me for example, I went from sales rep to VP of operations. When I interviewed with Tyler after I was already here, so I wouldn't really call it an interview. I'd say more a follow-up. He asked me where I'd want to be in 5 years, and I told him, making some of the big shots that he's making. So in my past, in my career, I was able to hit milestones that helped me get to where I'm at now, from sales to sales manager to production manager to
Vice President of Operations.
Yeah, to Vice President. I didn't know that I missed one, because me and Kiefer were talking about this the other day. He said, well, I told him I had enough business cards for a while, and he said, as long as you don't change your position again, because I got so many cards I can't use. But yeah, no, it's personal milestones, and what are you doing to get to those milestones? And then that all ties back to one of the younger people here that are working here. They like to see the results of their work. But and that's the beauty of it, is just to sit back and be able to see what you've created, whether it's in form of a picture, in the form of a video, the form of assisting the company to get to the next level in its venture of wherever it's going, to axle manufacturing, to operations and sales, to hitting, I think Tyler wants to do 25 million this year. So it's, just being able to see the results of your hard work and doing that. So in all of that, it impacts to what one of the greatest, I say one of the greatest, but one of the leaders here at the shop that says, impact. And it's just changing those around you in a positive way. So it all basically ties back together, and it's all different reasons why we hustle. So yeah, so like I said, drop in the comments below, just put the reason why you hustle. Put some thought into it, and write them down somewhere, and just remind yourself every day why you hustle. So till the next one. And don't forget to catch us at NATDA, August 31st through September 2nd at Nashville, Tennessee. Who knows? Maybe we'll go rock the block. Hint, hint. I want my invitations, por favor. Please.
Let's get straight to the point. This